Warren Buffett's relationship with stocks isn't a whirlwind romance. It's not love at first sight. It's something far more profound, a carefully cultivated partnership built on deep understanding, unwavering trust, and the kind of patience that most investors can only dream of. Let me take you through the journey of how the Oracle of Omaha actually falls in love with a stock, because understanding this might just change the way you think about investing forever. Imagine Buffett sitting in his Omaha office, reading annual reports like most people read novels. He's not looking at stock charts. He's not checking what's trending on Wall Street. He's doing something much more fundamental. He's trying to understand the soul of a business. When Buffett encounters a potential investment, he asks questions that go far deeper than, is this stock going up? He wants to know, what does this company actually do? Not the marketing spin, but the real business model. How does it create value? Where does the money actually come from? He digs into the economics of the business. Is it selling products or services that people will need in 10 years? 20 years? Can he explain the business model to a child? If he can't, he walks away. Buffett once said he only invests in businesses he can understand. This isn't about intellectual limitations, it's about intellectual honesty. He's not trying to impress anyone with complex investment theses. He wants genuine understanding. Then comes the question of the moat. And this is crucial. Does this company have a competitive advantage that's genuinely sustainable? Is it a powerful brand like Coca-Cola, where people specifically ask for the product by name? Is it a cost advantage like Geico, where the business model allows them to undercut competitors while maintaining profitability? Is it network effects, switching costs, or regulatory advantages? Buffett isn't just looking for a good business. He's looking for a business that can stay good. He's looking for a castle surrounded by a moat that gets wider every year, not narrower. And here's something most people miss. He studies the management team with the same intensity he studies the business. Who's running this company? Are they allocating capital wisely? Are they honest in their communications with shareholders? Do they admit mistakes? Are they building the business for the long term, or just managing quarterly earnings to boost their bonuses? He reads years of shareholder letters. He watches how management behaves during tough times. He looks for integrity, competence, and rationality. Because Buffett knows something vital, he's not just buying a business. He's entering into a relationship with the people running it. Once Buffett has done his homework and founded a company he understands, the real evaluation begins. This is where casual interests transforms into serious consideration. He analyzes the company's financial statements like a detective examining evidence. What are the profit margins? Are they consistent or volatile? How much debt does the company carry? Can it generate cash without constantly needing to reinvest everything back into the business? Buffett loves companies that are capital-light businesses that can grow without consuming enormous amounts of capital. Think about See's Candies, one of Berkshire Hathaway's early acquisitions. It required minimal capital expenditure but generated consistent cash that could be deployed elsewhere. That's the dream. He looks at returning on equity over time, not just 1 year, but a decade or more. Is the company consistently generating strong returns? Or are there alarming fluctuations that suggest the business model is unstable? But here's what separates Buffett from most investors. He's not just analyzing numbers. He's building a mental model of how this business will perform under various scenarios. What happens if there's a recession? What if a competitor emerges? What if key products become obsolete? A truly great business, one worth loving, should be resilient across different economic environments. And then comes the crucial moment: valuation. Buffett is famous for saying price is what you pay, value is what you get. He can love a business but refuse to buy it if the price doesn't make sense. He waits, sometimes for years. He watches, he monitors, he's patient. Think about how he approached Apple. He watched the company for years, understanding its ecosystem, its customer loyalty, its financial discipline under Tim Cook's leadership. And when he finally started buying in 2016, It wasn't because the stock was hot, it was because he understood the business deeply and believed the price offered a margin of safety. That margin of safety is critical. Buffett wants to buy at a price where even if his analysis is somewhat wrong, he's still likely to do well. It's like buying $1 for 50 cents. That cushion protects against the inevitable mistakes and uncertainties of investing. Now we arrive at the phase where Buffett truly falls in love. He's done the research. He trusts the business and the management. The price is right. He buys, and then something magical happens that most investors never experience. He relaxes. This might sound counterintuitive. Shouldn't he be constantly monitoring his investments, ready to sell at the first sign of trouble? No, and this is where Buffett's philosophy diverges dramatically from conventional Wall Street wisdom. When Buffett buys a stock, he's not thinking about next week's price movement or next quarter's earnings. He's thinking about the next decade or two. He's essentially saying, I understand this business so well, and I trust this management team so completely, that I'm comfortable owning this for years without constantly second-guessing myself. Look at his investment in Coca-Cola, which he started buying in 1988. Despite numerous market crashes, economic recessions, and moments when Coca-Cola's stock price has fallen significantly, Buffett has held on. Why? Because the fundamental thesis hasn't changed. People around the world still want Coca-Cola products. The brand is still powerful. The distribution network is still unmatched. The business still generates enormous cash flows. This is where his famous quote comes into play, our favorite holding period is forever. He's not kidding. When you truly understand a business and trust it completely, why would you sell just because the market temporarily disagrees with you? In fact, market disagreement is often an opportunity. During the 2008 financial crisis, when everyone was panicking and selling everything, Buffett was buying. He invested in Goldman Sachs, General Electric, and later Bank of America, not because he was gambling, but because he understood these businesses would survive and thrive, and the market was offering them at fire sale prices. This is rational love in action. It's not blind loyalty. It's confidence born from understanding. When you know a business inside and out, when you trust the people running it, temporary price fluctuations don't shake you. They excite you, because they might offer opportunities to buy more at better prices. Here's where Buffett's investment philosophy becomes almost Zen-like in its simplicity and power. He understands something that escapes most investors: time is the friend of wonderful businesses and the enemy of mediocre ones. Think about compound interests. Einstein allegedly called it the eighth wonder of the world. If you invest in a business that can consistently generate high returns on equity, and management reinvests those profits wisely, the value compounds year after year. But here's the catch: you have to give it time. Most investors completely underestimate the power of long-term compounding. They get impatient. They switch investments constantly, chasing the next hot thing. They rack up trading costs and taxes. They miss the magic that happens when a good business compounds for decades. Buffett bought See's Candies in 1972 for $25 million. By 2007, it had generated over $1.35 billion in pre-tax earnings for Berkshire. That's the power of owning a wonderful business and letting time work its magic. See's didn't invent revolutionary new products. It didn't expand globally. It just did what it does well, year after year, generating consistent profits that Berkshire could reinvest elsewhere. Or consider his investment in American Express during the salad oil scandal of 1963. The company's stock had plummeted because of a fraud scandal involving one of its subsidiaries. But Buffett recognized something crucial: the scandal didn't damage what made American Express valuable: its brand and customer relationships. People still trusted American Express cards and travelers' checks. So he bought aggressively when others were selling in panic. It became one of his most successful investments. This patience isn't passive. It's active patience. Buffett continues to monitor his investments, reading annual reports, following industry trends, understanding how the competitive landscape is evolving. But he's not reacting to every piece of news or every market fluctuation. He's thinking in decades, not days. And here's something beautiful about this approach: it's actually less stressful than constant trading. When you own businesses you understand and trust, you can sleep peacefully at night. You're not glued to stock tickers. You are not panicking over every market dip. You are simply a part owner of excellent businesses, letting them do what they do best. Now, here's where Buffett demonstrates real wisdom. Despite his famous quotes about holding forever, he's not stubborn or inflexible. He knows when a relationship has fundamentally changed, and he's willing to walk away. This is perhaps the most difficult part of investing: knowing when to sell. Many investors either sell too quickly, spooked by temporary setbacks, or hold too long, unable to admit when their original thesis was wrong.